Hi, in this video I want to talk about a player level up in Lords Mobile. Leveling up your player is a very important aspect of your gameplay. If you look at your view in your avatar, you see at the left corner your current level. And if you click on the avatar, you see the overview screen where you see the requirement of XP to get to the next level and your current amount of XP within this level. So once you reach that, you get a number of benefits. We first look at the benefits and later at how to get this XP. So one benefit is that with each increase in level, your player might increases. Let's have a look at that. Your might overview. So you see the player level might. It's a benefit. It's not a big benefit, but people like you to have a lot of might. For example, they can put minimum requirements for joining guilds or staying in guilds. Maybe people look at you differently if you have a lot of might. So it is some small benefit, but not the most interesting part. Another is that when you increase the player level, that also helps with the equipment you can let your player wear. If you just simply click to go to this overview, you see that each piece of equipment that is available has a level, and that is the minimum player level that is required to be able to equip that to wear that piece of equipment. So you have, for example, level 19, level 13, level 7, so those are all quite low. I'm not that large yet. I'm is level 20 as we saw on the previous screen, so it's good to keep it up as well. In general, the better the gear, the higher the minimum level requirement will also be, so it's good to level up to be able to equip the better gear, better equipment. So back to this screen. Now another thing, okay, is when you increase your player level, you also increase the maximum possible level for your heroes. Initially this is 15. Once your player level past 15, goes to 16, 17, then the maximum hero level is the same as your player level. So currently I also cannot upgrade my heroes past level 20. Quite some of them are already on level 20, so what I have now is actually a very unfavored situation. You should never do it like this. Make sure your player already has a higher level before your heroes reach this level, but because now every experience that they might acquire doesn't lead to a level up. So it's also an important benefit, the hero level up, because it's important to have your heroes to a high level. The last of the benefits is the talent points that you get. So with each player level up, you get extra talent points, and those increase as well. You start with 1, and that increases with every couple of levels. It increases 1. So currently at level 20, I believe I got 4 or 5 points at the last level I added up. Those talent points are very important. So if you have unassigned talent points, you see some sign in the shield. I've already assigned everything. These talent points are important because they give great boosts. So far what I've done is what people typically do in the beginning, is focus the points on construction and improving construction and research. I went a bit down the tree further and finally gone to construction and research 2, so I just started on construction speed 2 and research speed 2, and I plan to max those out next. So that means as your construction, your building upgrades, and your research projects, they will go a lot faster once you have completed this. So it's very important very important benefit of leveling up your player, that you get additional talent points. So you can just assign more points here and get more benefits, and the higher level you get on those projects, you also get higher boosts. So it is it is a very important benefit. So I think everybody is convinced about the benefits, but I just wanted to be complete. So now we can look at how to get XP. The game itself says about it. Okay, you can get it in the following ways. You can hunt your monsters, clear your hero stages, engage in battles, and complete quests. The first three definitely things you should do whenever you get a chance. For example, especially hunting monsters. Whenever you have some energy, just hunt the monster. In the beginning you cannot kill it, definitely not, but you can maybe coordinate it with your alliance teammates to still try to kill it. But the important thing is every time you also get some XP, and basically you get XP with everything you do as a player, so do a lot of things. But I want to focus in this video a lot on the quests. So there are different type of quests. Look here, we have your turf quests. Actually I have a large list of uncollected quests, so I should collect some to get my player to the next level. If you look here, with each quest that you select, you see that you get some XP. Actually you also get some might directly for the turf quest. You don't get that for the admin and guild quests. So these turf quests are a great way to increase your XP depending on what you do. For example, if it is upgrade of your castle, you get more XP than an upgrade of one of the regular buildings, especially the resource buildings. But this way you get quite a nice amount of XP, so that's definitely something to do. You just collect it and you get the goodies. So you also have your admin. Oh, sorry, yeah, maybe just going back to the turf quest, there are some recommended quests. Build 2 barracks. I have, for example, I've only built 1, and with respect to building, there are quite some quests that I know are out there and that you can do. For example, build 4 and 10 of each of the resource buildings, and similarly I'm quite confident, I haven't tested it out yet, that with barracks and infirmary and manors there are also these kind of quests that if you build 4 or 10 that you can do some extra turf quest. In this game, compared to other games, I find it a bit cumbersome to do that, because tearing down a building is taking a lot more time. They kind of made sure you cannot get helps below the 5 minutes for this, so you have to wait quite some time. So I personally don't really find it worth it, but some players do. And you have to go through the trouble of building 10 of each and tearing it down again. And in general, you can pay attention to the recommended quests. I tend to just do my thing, and basically for everything you do with respect to building and researching and a lot of other activities, there is a turf quest, so you get plenty of those anyway. But you could decide to go for your recommended quests. It's not really necessary. Okay, now I'm really finished with the turf quests, so let's go to the admin and guild quest. They're actually quite similar, so I handle these two in one go. So you get, if you go to one of these screens, you get every 6 hours you get a list of quests. They refresh, and there are different quests of different grade, so the grades used are the same. For example, for the equipment, so you have legendary, epic, rare, uncommon, and common. Typically you only get common, which are the white ones, and uncommon, the green ones, but sometimes you're lucky and you get something better. So what you typically do, you just click on one of them to start, and when there's a cooldown timer, and when they finished you collect them. So the VIP levels play an important role here. The higher the VIP level, the more of the quest you get, and very important, if you reach level 7, then your guild quests will be auto-complete it, and if you reach VIP 8, then you can auto-complete your admin quests. So that's very important, because you might not be on enough time to collect all of them, and if you do this, it of course goes very fast. You don't have to wait for the timers anymore. So there are some scrolls in your items. You might have some. Let me look. I'm quite sure I have some here. You have the quest scrolls for admin quests and the quest scrolls for guild quests. These refresh your list of quests. So typically what you do is you complete all your quests, preferably with an autocomplete, and then you use one of these quest scrolls to get a new set of quests before the timer has expired, has reset. Normally you really only use these once you have reached the sufficient VIP level, because otherwise it's just cumbersome to even complete 2 sets of quests within the same timer cooldown period. But they're useful, and by the way, by higher VIP level you also get more quests, so another reason to wait with these scrolls until you have a higher VIP level. So typically what players do is that they once they do that, they could optionally spend a bunch of their guild coins, because you can also buy these both in the gem mall and the guild mall, to buy these refresh quest scrolls for their guild credits, and then do a bunch of them at once. I will get back to that shortly, because something else to keep in mind is the player XP boosts. So this is a boost that increases the player XP you get from doing certain activities, so especially useful in combination with those quests. So the player XP boost, unlike some other and similar games like Mobile Strike or Game of War, where there is a building that actually increases this boost, Lords Mobile doesn't have such a building. But there are 2 other ways to increase this boost. Actually, the higher your VIP level, the higher this player XP boost is as well. Let me look at that. I'm still a low XP, low VIP level. So here we have the player XP boost. At my current level is only 20%, and now it starts to increase quite a lot. From 7 it's 28, from 8 it's 38, and from 9 it's 50, and actually it stays on 50. It doesn't increase past 50 for the further available VIP levels. So this is a reason to get to VIP level 9 as soon as possible, because then you get this 50% player XP boost. So that's definitely useful to consider. Another thing, another way to include this player XP boost is by using a boost item. So that's quite pricey actually, at 2,500 gems, but that might be worth it. So what some players do is actually save up their turf quests and their admin and guild quest scrolls to all use them within a certain time, and first they wait until they reach a high VIP level, like VIP level 9, and then they use this player XP boost items, and then within that time, that 24 hours that the boost is active, they make sure they use up all their available quest reset scrolls, and they collect all their turf quest to make sure they get the most player XP out of that. So that is something worth considering. It's quite expensive, but it might also be difficult to get the required amount of XP to get to the really high levels. So this is definitely something worth considering to get that extra XP and level up your player faster. So I hope this video has given you some idea as to the importance of the player level up, and also as to how you can best get the XP. So thanks for watching this video. If you have any other suggestions or questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll try to help you.